Tally-ho internet. Welcome to day 5 of Madvent 3 Necrosis, where today we have For Goodness Sake. Apparently this one has configurable flickering effects and bullying. I have to find out if Krampus is going to take me by taking a test, I guess. Let's give it a try. Will Krampus take me? For goodness sake. I don't know what to expect. The night is finally here. Do I click? I do click. Everyone else is asleep. But there's no chance of you actually sleeping tonight. In a final attempt to guarantee a spot on the nice list, you decided to try to do some extra chores before midnight. Oh. Hello. So I have to do laundry, do the dishes, put away video games, turn off all electric candles, and take the trash to the garage. This is my test? Just doing chores? I don't have a flashlight. This is going to be a really dark game, so I apologize. I'll maybe brighten it up a little bit in post. Hello? I'm not going to turn off the candles just yet. No way. Hello? Okay. So there are multiple levels to this house. I actually would really like to turn off the flickering. I think that's reduced. So can I see my list again? Do I have to stand still for the list to come up? Cute cat. Look at these happy people. But I'm not touching the candles just yet. It's the door to your siblings' room. Definitely don't want to wake them up. Okay. Right, got trash 1 of 3. It's really quiet. It's super, super quiet. Which is why I'm kind of annoyed that my family is making so much noise. Those are my video games. Hello? That PS1 just says haunted. Oscar loved math, but he also felt a need to somehow justify it by getting into trouble. Nothing serious, but Oscar still got grounded by his strict parents quite a bit. There was the one time you noted Patty got mad at Oscar for not helping her with her homework as promised. He was grounded at the time, no friends, no phone. Patty ultimately flunked that class, and Oscar vanished in early December that year. Why was Oscar punished for obeying his parents? What? Hang on. Why was Oscar punished for obeying his parents? Wait, I don't understand. I can't wrap my head around this. Oscar loved math, but he also felt a need to somehow justify it by getting into trouble. There was one time that you noticed Patty got mad at Oscar for not helping her with her homework as promised. He was grounded at the time. Was he grounded before or after Patty flunked? Before, right? So he couldn't have helped her because he was grounded. Keeping the agreement would have placed greater value on honor, loyalty, and friendship. Does Krampus value honor, loyalty, and friendship? A promise is a promise. Okay. So I still need to do laundry, dishes, candles, and trash. Laundry, dishes, candles, trash. The door to your parents' room. You decided against waking them, in case it would count against you. Is this kid is like holding some serious guilt for stuff that I'm assuming we don't know about yet. Unless this is Patty. In which case maybe she would feel guilty about whatever. There's nothing up here as far as I can tell other than the candles, but again, I want to do them last. So there's probably like a laundry room or a hamper or something down here. Just click on the dishes. You wish Hannah and Greg had made up. Hannah always gave Greg a lot of grief about egging that one neighbor's car. Even after Greg confided in both of you about how guilty he felt and how it was affecting his sleep. But it all fell apart when Isaac got blamed for it. And grounded. Hannah told Greg he needed to make it right. Hannah even threatened to tell on Greg if he didn't. When she went missing, Greg began losing more than just sleep. But why was Hannah taken by Krampus? Does Krampus just value... Does he value honesty or does he value integrity? Because this is basically... This is... The option here are basically proactiveness. Or integrity. I don't think there's a right answer. Morally speaking. Let's go with the integrity route, because that's kind of like what I did before with like the breaking of the promise. So, and like trust and stuff, threaten to betray a friend's confidence. Yeah. Greg came to both of you in fear, and she took advantage of it. I just hope Krampus knows that I'm a good character. Oh, this is the garage? I don't have all the trash yet. Okay. I need to find the trash. Okay, let's do the laundry. Looking at the socks, you suddenly think about something that happened at school years ago. Brianna was the popular kid in class, with Nancy and Mark always tagging along, reaping the benefits. But one day, Brianna turned everyone in class against Nancy. Even Mark turned against her. Eventually it got bad enough that Brianna even started stealing Nancy's stuff. One time it was her socks and shoes after gym class. Humiliated, Nancy had to walk back to class barefoot. Later, she was pursued by the teacher, who demanded to know where her shoes went. Nancy didn't want to be branded as a snitch, possibly making things worse, so she lied. Nancy ended up going missing around Christmas. If Krampus took her, then she must have done something wrong, right? It must have been Nancy lying to her teacher. Why was it wrong? I can't make heads or tails of the morality behind these decisions. Is this like the deadly sins or something? I mean, I'd say that it's about preserving her personal pride. She placed pride over justice. Oh, there's more trash. Okay. So I just need to take out the last of the trash and then turn off the candles. I don't know. There's a dog barking. Don't know if Krampus has just paid a visit to the neighbor. It's the door to the basement. There's no way you're going down there at night. Thank you, game. Oh, it's a computer. Is it like a trash can here? No? Okay. Downstairs toilet. Time to head to the garage. I kind of hate that I've left the candles until last. Hello? Something just went thump. My hands are cold. An empty candy wrapper reminds you of the school fundraiser you did once. Of Christy. All the kids were going to get a small percentage of the total to boost motivation, so everyone went extra on it. But the extra you earned never showed up, and seemed to be forgotten about. You later heard Christy was trusted by the teacher to distribute the extra earnings to your group. And you really only heard about that when Dana told you they suspected Christy. Dana even called Christy out to one of the parents. Christy became shunned, but the money was still never found. Later that year, around this time, Dana went missing. You're guessing this was probably the situation that did it. Maybe Dana should have talked to Christy first, because... So this is like persecution. This is like guilty before being proven innocent, or retribution. Now the game has previously mentioned justice, but it also mentioned putting pride before trust. But then I also wonder if I'm doing that one thing where you do on tests where you think, like, that's the longer answer, it's gotta be correct. It might have given Christy a chance to help fix the situation and be saved from punishments. That's retribution. Humility would have given Christy an opportunity to explain her side of the story. So it was Dana who was taken because she didn't allow for Christy to explain, or she didn't give Christy a chance to fix the situation. It's gotta be that one. Better to check first before tossing the stones. Something just moved over here in the darkness. Okay, well, it's just the candles now. I don't think there's a candle in here, is there? No. It's very quiet again. I don't think that there were candles in the bathroom. So let's basically just go from top to bottom then, I guess. Turned off electric candle 1 of 6. Two of 6. This feels like absolution. That's all of them downstairs. I'm scared! I am kind of terrified. 5 of 6. Okay, last one. The Balforce hoverboard is something you put on your Christmas list every year. But they're expensive, and always so hard to find, so you're not holding your breath. For the longest time, the only kid in school that ever managed to get one was Barb, and she let everyone know it was hers. She guarded it fiercely. So when your best friend mentioned that they saw Alex running around with the hoverboard, with Barb nowhere in sight, they thought it was strange. So, Alex, Barb, best friend. Your best friend later ran into Barb, but didn't say anything about it. Who's gonna go missing? That's the question here. Which of them is gonna go missing? There are too many possibilities. I can't guess. They confessed to you that they didn't think it was any of their business. The best friend goes missing. Why would the best friend go missing? Because they said it wasn't any of their business. If this was the incident that put them on the naughty list, what about it was so wrong? Is it that they didn't mention it to Barb? So it was the best friend... Maybe your best friend should have told Barb, because... What the heck? Right, so Barb had the hoverboard. Best friend mentioned they saw Alex running around without Barb, with Barb nowhere in sight. So your best friend didn't tell Barb that they saw Alex running around with the hoverboard. So your best friend knew that it was stolen from Barb, but didn't mention it. The question is, what reason should he have told Barb? It isn't a case of like he did or he didn't, it's like what was the reason behind it? It's always important to be truthful to others, or Barb would have been happier knowing in the long run. We can't guarantee that that would have been the case, so the only thing I can think of is that it's always important to be truthful. You think this every time you see your best friend's house through the window. Knock, knock, knock. It sounds like something's at the front door. Really? I'm gonna be truthful to my parents. You decide against my kingdom in case I count against you. What about my sibling? I want to, sibling, can you answer the door for me? Definitely don't want to wake them up. Fine. Fine, I'll do it. Santa? Clean the basement? I was hoping that was going to be the end of it. Oh, God. present. Have I been a good boy, Krampus? I'm opening it. Do I live? Happy holidays! Is that a good thing? Did I survive? I think I survived. I think Krampus thinks that I have a good moral character and that I think that Krampus is a bro, and that Krampus is happy that I think that he's a bro. That was incredible! Like, the moral dilemmas, there was no clear answer for each one of them. I really had to think about my answers there, and then I also had to put myself in to not only these different characters' shoes, but Krampus's shoes to try and figure out what kind of a moral compass Krampus has. That was awesome. That was so cool. Mike Monroe, Scott McKay, amazing. So good. So good.